When you're relating to the experience of being a student athlete, it's a huge responsibility. It's taking what is the traditional student day of coursework, homework, prepping for tests, studying, projects, team, projects together, and then loading it with a practice and game schedule on top of it. I think of it like even if you're just a single major student athlete, you're already overloaded. You're overloading, and you get credits in a different way. It's working, it's studying, it's trying to figure out at a really young age that work-life balance that I think is different from the typical student experience. I don't know anybody other than a fellow student athlete who understands that experience from a day-to-day perspective, like what it's like to walk through that. Its challenges, its benefits. It's a lot of work and a lot of expectation to manage. National Champions to me is a film that's about legacy, and it asks the question of everyone involved in it. What would you do to win? And what does it take to win? And how will you be remembered? It's a movie about LaMarcus James, who finds himself met with the challenge of winning on the field, but he's really tasked with trying to win in life, at life, in this film, and understands that his legacy is and could be more than football, with standing up for what he believes to be as right and just, while balancing on the other side his coach, Coach Lazar, who his whole life has dreamt of this moment of being a champion. I think that's the question, really. The question is, what does it take to be a champion? And here we are at the title game, championship game, and Coach Lazar is going to do whatever it takes, he thinks, to honor the work, the sacrifice, the heart of his team, and the work of his career. This is a complex issue and story. I don't think any character in this film believes themselves to be on the wrong side of history. I think everyone here is gathered under the belief that they're here to save football. But how they go about doing it is completely different. The why of it, becomes even greater to her and more important to her as far as LaMarcus's mission. That he is not fighting for his own legacy. He's fighting for the legacy of all of those individuals who will never make it to the pros, who will be faced and tasked with inevitably dealing with whatever injuries they experience in college and have to deal with for the rest of their lives on their own, independent of the university. His reasons become more and more valid for her, and the hill becomes steeper and steeper for her to get up for that reason. I hope that it stirs up a conversation about systems that were built at a time when the world maybe operated very differently, when have-nots had less of a voice. And I hope that it really tackles the real truth of, I hope that it stirs up for people the question of after. What happens after these athletes finish at these universities? What happens to their story? What is their legacy? And what did they really get out of their time at those schools? And did it equal what the university received? And then we have Rick, our director, as well, who I absolutely love. He's just a great guy. So warm, and he feels like a coach, like, you don't know, directors are coaches of sorts, in a way. And this is the first time that I've met a director who actually feels like, if he was like, okay guys, let's go run 5, I'd be like, yes, okay, like, we're doing that today. He has that energy as well, but he also is really super clear on what he wants, when he wants the film to look like, how it should move. You trust him because he gives you the time to really find what it is that you want to discover in a scene, but he also is really great at giving you the confidence of understanding when you found it, and how to find it. You can just feel that he knows what the story is and how it should look, so then you trust when he gives you direction and how to either play a scene or where to pace up or slow down. You really trust that's going to work because you can just feel in his bones he knows what it looks like. And that's a great feeling to have.